Hello and welcome to World in 5. Zimbabwe and Russia are set to sign a number of agreements as the two countries seek to cement political and economic ties. The two countries will use the second Russia-Africa Economic and Humanitarian Forum as an opportunity to upscale cooperation. Zimbabwe's Foreign Affairs Ministry this morning confirmed that President Emmerson Mnangagwa will attend the summit, which will be held in St. Petersburg in Russia from the 27th to the 28th of July. He will be accompanied by the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade, Dr. Frederick Shawa, and senior government officials. The Zim-Afro T10 cricket will this afternoon kick off with the first match set to start at 3 p.m. The tournament, which represents franchise cricket's first foray into Zimbabwe and Africa, is expected to be an absolute carnival of cricket for the next 9 days, as an array of international cricket stars are expected to illuminate the stage at HARARE Sports Club in the next 9 days. The T10 League has registered successes in the United Arab Emirates since its inception in 2017 by T10 Global Sports. The tournament was launched yesterday by President Mnangagwa, who said the hosting of the historic Zim-Afro was in line with the government's thrust to remodel the sport and recreation industry into a multi-million-dollar industry. Zimbabwe has upraised SADC on the country's preparations for forthcoming general elections to be held on August 23. Zimbabwe's Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade, Dr. Frederick Shawa, who is leading a Zimbabwean delegation attending the regional body's 25th ordinary meeting of the Ministerial Committee of the organ, which is currently in Windhoek, Namibia, took the occasion to brief the meeting on Zimbabwe's readiness for the upcoming elections.
As a member of the international community and indeed as a member of SADC, the country ascribes and fully adheres to international, continental, and regional best practices in the conduct of elections. Zimbabwe has always placed confidence and high esteem in the SADC institutions, which seek to promote and consolidate democracy. As a country, we were pleased to receive a SADC.
Zimbabwe commissioned its Gender Observatory for the upcoming August 23 general election. The Zimbabwe Gender Observatory will be addressing gender disparities during the election period to ensure free and fair participation of all citizens. We get more from the following report.
Zimbabwe's constitution mandates a 50-50 representation between men and women in all spheres, including politics and government. But this year, only 14% of the candidates running for political office are women, compared to 17% in the previous election.
We have a highly toxic brand of politics in the country, and that acts as a structural barrier to women's participation. And I guess as a country we have to own up to the fact that these barriers against women's participation have resulted in a very poor showing in terms of the numbers that we're looking at as we go past nomination court.
The Zimbabwe Gender Observatory is expected to address some of these challenges.
Certainly, I think that we have challenges in terms of online hate speech against women in particular. But most importantly, I think it's a call to order for the country, because if our constitution is calling for gender balance and calling for 50-50, it means we have to go beyond asking the traditional and normal questions. We have to start doing things differently and looking at different things to be able to address the systemic barriers against women so that we can deliver the 50-50 that our constitution requires us to do.
The observatory will also run a call center to receive reports of gendered political violence in real time.
It's a modified one because we now have a call center which is based at the Zimbabwe Gender Commission, where people in the field can actually phone in the hotline, where they can phone in to report any incidences of gender violence or gender discrimination or whatever has something to do with gender that happens during the election.
With the data collected, the Zimbabwe Gender Observatory hopes to inform policies after the elections and build a more gender-inclusive society. Sharon Munjenjema for TOURNEY News.
Elsewhere, the World Meteorological Organization has issued a warning that health risks linked to extreme heat are on the rise and the world should prepare for more intense and frequent heat waves. In a statement, the UN body said many places in the Northern Hemisphere will experience more intense heat waves this week. The highest temperature in parts of North America, Asia, Northern Africa and the Mediterranean region will exceed 40 degrees Celsius, and the high temperature weather will last for many days. That's all we had on World in 5.